You're listening to the Marne Report.
Good day and welcome to the Marne Report. I'm your host, Patrick Young. The Marne Report is returning to the Fort Stewart Hunter Army Field community in our new podcast format. Throughout the year, we'll bring you monthly programs featuring various topics of interest. Today, we want to introduce our Leaders and Legacy program with our special guest, the Fort Stewart Hunter Army Airfield Garrison Commander, Colonel Bryan Logan.
Hey, Patrick, thank you for inviting me on today. I'm super excited about this new program and to be the first that we actually get interviewed on our new podcast format. So I think this will be a great opportunity.
Colonel Logan, you're a native of Houston, Texas, but you mentioned when you took command here in June 2019 that it was like returning home. Have you made any observations since you arrived?
Yeah, so just to clarify, so yes, I was born in Houston, Texas, but I grew up as a military brat. My father was in the Army as a pilot, so we moved around a lot. Left Houston, and I did high school in Hawaii, actually. I went to school or college at Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge. So I've moved around quite a bit, but I was stationed here in 2008 to 12, I was in 3-7 Cav as an operations officer, XO, and then I was Spartan 3, the operations officer for our Spartan Brigade here. Since then, we've longed to come back to the Savannah, Richmond Hill, Hinesville area. We like coastal Georgia, love the people here, and we're excited to get back. So I still own a house in Richmond Hill. My parents have actually retired and moved down to St. Mary's, so not too far from here. So when I got orders to come back, specifically to be the garrison commander, it truly was like coming back home. And Georgia now has become our new home for the Logan family, and we're excited to be here.
Have you noticed any changes with the community since you've been here, sir?
So the first thing that we have when we came on was how much it's grown. Just outside the gate here in Hinesville, the economic development. I mean, you have Chick-fil-A now, and McAllister's, Dick's Sporting Goods, huge environment that has grown just outside our gate. And then when you look at the back gate of 144, and so I had just left when the now Spartan Brigade area, 2nd Brigade area was completed. And so that was, I think it was 4th Brigade that was moving in there. But we've changed that back, and now it's an ABCT. So you can see the growth, and it's great to have tanks back here on Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Have you found any challenges you've taken command? Perhaps if there's anything that you wish to share with the soldiers, families, civilian community partners?
So, Patrick, the first thing is I am new to IMCOM, Installation Management Command, which is actually my higher headquarters. I spent most of my career, 22 years now, growing up in the tactical environment, so reconnaissance cavalry operations, more particularly armored operations with our tanks and Bradleys. So coming into a garrison command position was somewhat new for me, but not so much as a challenge as much as an opportunity. One of the unique things about the Army is it's all about its people. Relationships in command are more important than command relationships. And what I mean by that is the relationships that you share with your peers, your subordinates, or even your bosses are more important than how the Army lays them out for you. And so that's kind of how I view the garrison operations, is our relationships outside the gate with our community partners, particularly Hinesville, Richmond Hill, and I know I'll forget someone if I lay it out, but Pembroke, Claxton, all of our surrounding communities, Long County, those relationships that we share and the support that we gained from our communities outside the gate are so important to Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield. And that's what makes this place so special. And then when you add our civilians that work here every day, part of the garrison team, we are exceptionally lucky in having such an experienced and talented crew to allow us to win those amazing awards that we've had for so long.
Yeah, so far we've won the Army Communities of Excellence Award seven times. I think it's unprecedented. Is there any particular lesson do you think that other communities could take away from the relationships you have?
I think the biggest takeaway for that is just the experience and professionalism of our civilian workforce. 10% of our workforce are prior command sergeant majors or officers that have decided to stay here in the local area and come work at the garrison team. In addition to that, sir, we have an amazing educated workforce as well. So we have several doctorate degrees, plethora of master's programs and bachelor's degree throughout our civilian workforce. So truly a professional, talented team that we have here, and I think that that allows for success day after day.
Sir, do you have anything else to add?
Patrick, the only thing I'd add is we are just extremely excited about being here and being part of the Fort Stewart coastal Georgia community again. It is great to be back home. We have an amazing team here, not just the garrison, but the division as well. Our partners down at Hunter Army Airfield, so SOCOM, the Coast Guard, even the ROTC department. Everyone has been so welcoming, and it feels like family. And I just want to thank everyone for welcoming them back in here. And I'm happy to be here and be part of the team.
Today we've talked with the Fort Stewart Garrison Commander, Colonel Bryan Logan. Sir, thank you for joining us today, and again, welcome home.
Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it.
The next edition of the Marne Report will feature our Quality Times program, highlighting family-oriented activities, services, and resources in the Fort Stewart area. Information he shared can be found on the Fort Stewart website, along with future podcasts at home.army.mil/stewart/index.php. The podcast will also be made available for your cell phone at the Fort Stewart web app, downloadable on iTunes or Google Play.